Good morning. So it is now 7:03 in the morning, and I actually just made another video about my miracle morning. It was long, and the footage was horrible because I was turning my phone not on the selfie view, and so I kept videoing like this and not knowing that I had done that. So I'm gonna do my best now to sort of recap what this morning has been like. It's nicer when it's fresher, so sorry. But we traveled last night. We drove to get to our destination, and we are here on vacation in my family's home right now. And I decided again to go ahead and get up at 5. I think I got up at 5. No, I got up at 5:30 because even though my alarm starts at 5, I didn't hear it. I have it set to vibrate so that it won't wake anybody up except for me. And I did not even hear it vibrating at all until 5:30. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, it was fine. I mean, everybody's really tired because we didn't get in until like 1 in the morning last night. But I just wanted to talk about the success of today and talk about kind of how yesterday went. I did my miracle morning routine yesterday. I've not yet posted the video post miracle morning. Yesterday was really tough. Just it was tough. I woke up in a funk. Annabelle woke up with a funk. And she woke up right about 5, and then it took me a while to get her back to sleep. My husband didn't want to get up, and I was kind of frustrated. And I was trying to prepare for the day of I knew I was going to be with them by myself, which has previously been a trigger for me. And I was going to be trying to clean up a little bit around the house and pack so that we would be ready for our trip. I did quite a bit yesterday with the kids, which can be a challenge. It's been a challenge. It's always, I don't know. I mean, when you have 2 toddlers, I don't think that accomplishing anything is ever going to not be a challenge. But I don't like having days like that. I don't like spending entire days basically depressed. I mean, really, there's not really a better term, I don't think, for what I was dealing with. Is just such a okay, I'm okay now, and then oh no, I'm not okay, and then I'm okay, and oh no, I'm really not okay. And I'm just tired of that reality. I'm tired of having that experience of reality. And so Trace and I got a long time to talk last night. We drove for several hours. So we got a long opportunity to have some conversation, which I love because he's just my best friend, and he and I can really process things together. He really gives me so much grace and understanding. So it's amazing to be able to talk to him because I have a safe space with him where I can say this is the real ugly, bad, good, whatever it was, and I don't, whether I like it or not, this is what I see and this is what I want to deal with. And he can help me process through potential solutions, and I don't even have to agree with his solutions. He just offers them, and then I kind of take it on board and try to decide what I'm going to do with it. And so we had a lot of that kind of thing going on last night, and it was really helpful for me because I was able to look at a lot of the identifications I've made of myself. And I've identified myself as having, see, now this is going on the internet, so cool, you guys don't judge me, okay? And if you do, look in a mirror, because seriously, you're no better than me. I can promise you, you're no better than me. My video just got cut off because I had an alarm just go off. Anyways, I was saying that you're no better than me, and I'm no better than you. We're all just humans trying to do our best here, and you're watching my YouTube video, so be kind. Anyways, all I was trying to say is I've identified previously as having a rageaholicness, And I've identified as having a crazy lady living inside of me. And she really doesn't come out. She really doesn't have many triggers. Her triggers have always been my children. Sorry. I don't like that. And I don't want that to be my experience, and I don't want that to be their experience. Watched and learned a lot about the mind and the importance of the first 7 years of a person's life is hard to overstate, because we as parents and their community in the first 7 years of their life is laying a foundation. And it's what I've learned is that kids in this age are literally little tape recorders, that they are actually, let me see if I can put this someplace that I can not be holding it. Ooh, let's try that. Ha! Hi, you can see, and I'm not a floating head. Okay, anyway, children at that age are, at this age, up through the first 7 years of their life, are literally little tape recorders. They are, it's like they're operating in a state of hypnosis. It's like you're speaking directly into their subconscious right now. Everything that becomes their subconscious reality, their subconscious patterns, the things that they express without even meaning to, that's all laid down right now in this stage of the game, in this first 7 years of their life. So seeing the patterns that I've created with my 3-year-old and the patterns that I'm starting to create with my 2-year-old, and the patterns that I want to create for them, and seeing the gap is like, okay, no, that's not going to work. I can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results. So we really talked about just some solutions and some ways that I'm intending and planning and visualizing myself implementing to improve. And so I made some commitments last night, and I wasn't able to do my journal yesterday, which was a bummer, because I actually like that part of this process, because it helps me to remember the things that I've learned from the day, but it also helps me to solidify some of the commitments that I'm making, because it's written down, so then I don't forget. Sometimes when you make realizations that are a bit, I don't know if transient is maybe the right word, non-substantial feeling, where it's like, I've never really had this idea before, and it's so foreign to me that I almost can't fully capture the picture of it in my mind. Like when you have one of those kind of epiphanies, it's incredibly important, I think, to write those things down and go back to them later and keep solidifying that picture, because otherwise it's easy to forget and it slips away like sand in the glass, you know. So when we went to bed last night, I really tried to just think again and remember again some of the thoughts I'd had, some of the ideas I'd had, some of the practical things that I wanted to implement and commitments that I wanted to make to myself and to my kids. And this morning, for my miracle morning time, we didn't get in until like 1 last night, so I was really tired this morning, but I knew that I needed to get up. I knew that I needed the time where my kids are still in bed so that I can work on me and being the best person and being the best mother that they deserve. So there's something behind my head, right? It's a ball? It's a basketball. Anyway, so I pushed myself. I got out of bed this morning. I took a walk around the block and just started talking with God about the struggles I've been having and the solutions that I was looking for, and the new commitments that I'm starting to make. And as I was making those commitments out loud, I was mentally imagining the real life things that could potentially take place, especially when it comes to my triggers with anger. I have found in the past that when I get angry, those are the moments where things can take a turn for the worse. And so what I decided was, number one, anger does not have to be a controlling part of my experience. Obviously, none of us can truly ever fully rid ourselves of ever having angry emotions, but I decided that I'm not going to allow anger to last as far as the emotional flare-up, the adrenaline response of like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing red. I can't do anything except for see red right now. My logical brain is out the window and it's fight or flight right now. Ah, you are the enemy. You are a 3. That moment cannot last more than 30 seconds at most. And I might even have to reduce that depending on how this works, because I mean, it doesn't take long for something terrible to happen if you allow your anger to have any space. But what I have decided is that in the moment that I experience anger, regardless of how escalated it feels, I am going to take action with my words and my body to calm myself down. And I will not allow anger in the adrenaline response to last more than 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to practice this today while I'm feeling as good as I feel, because right now I'm just like, yeah, I got like the whole world in my heart, and I can do anything. I can do anything. But what? While I'm feeling this way today, when things happen that I don't like, I'm gonna practice this, because I think it will help me continue to visualize when those moments really do come, how I'm gonna respond in those moments too. So, first of all, I started to eliminate the crazy lady identification today, and I visualized myself and said, I am of a sound mind, and I am of sound emotions, and I'm gentle at all times, and I choose to show love at all times. But then two, what I decided for my mantra when I feel angry is I'm going to pray. And I'm gonna stop myself in my tracks, and if I have to, I'm gonna close my eyes and take a deep breath and say, Lord, or Father, because he's my dad and I love him and he loves me. But I say, Father, I'm angry right now, and I commit that emotion to you. Help me to calm down quickly so that I can show love. And then I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna breathe while I count down so that I can calm down every single breath. And I'm gonna count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, I'm getting calmer, 5, and I'm gonna tell myself that I'm getting calmer, because I think it's gonna help me get calmer. And I'm gonna count. Oh, ow! This video is gonna have so many edits and splices. Good gracious. Stupid alarm. Sorry. Okay. That was a really poor spot to be interrupted. I'm going to count down to 1, to 0, and then I'm going to address the problem situation. I think the first few times that I do this, it's gonna kind of like shock my children, and they'll be like looking at me like, what's mommy doing? I hurt my finger. I've got the phone up on a fence post right now, and I saw it falling, and I tried to catch it, and I hit my fingers on the fence post, and it kind of hurts. Anyway, I think the first few times they're probably gonna be like, what's she doing? And then they're gonna see that I calm down and be like, okay, anyways. But I think in the future, there's the potential that as they kind of get used to seeing me do that, they're gonna be like, no, I don't want you to calm down, rawr. We'll see. Hopefully they won't. Maybe I should just visualize that they don't. Maybe I should just visualize that they see that and they start calming themselves down whenever they get angry too. And it becomes a practice that we use as a family. But that's how I'm gonna not allow anger to last for more than 30 seconds. And I'm going to identify a separate emotion, even if it's a negative emotion. Probably it will be, probably be sadness or disappointment or something like that. But I'm going to say, child who offended in such a way of whatever action you took. Let's say somebody hit each other, right? Child, you hit your sibling, and hands are not for hitting. I'm sad to see you hit, but I'm gonna help you make it right. Because when you hit, you gotta figure out how to use your hands the right way and help the person feel better. That's the right thing to do. Let me help you. And I'm also gonna implement that phrase. I created basically a phrasing structure of how I'm going to quickly address the problem and try to quickly provide them a solution for how to do better. Because with them being toddlers, their attention span is not even this long. And I do find when they're emotional, it's hard for them to listen. But if I can take quick, calm and quick response and show them that I'm helping them, they do calm down faster. That has been a real experience I've had. So I do think that if I can show them that I'm calm, show them that they are still loved and accepted, and show them that you've made a mistake, but I'm gonna help you make it right. I think that's gonna be like revolutionary. And I'm really excited about it because I know that as I start to implement things, I'm gonna see some real life stuff that's gonna happen. It's gonna be, not just my visualizations, but it's gonna be like, oh, okay, this is real life. This is what's gonna happen, and okay, that's fair. Like, I need to take this on board and learn from this. Let's put this into the miracle morning, or let's put this into my evening thought process and pray and get solutions. Let's research the internet, because I don't know why I haven't researched the internet up till now to decide, and find out, okay, is it even normal that my kid doesn't seem to show remorse ever? Oh, it's normal? Okay, cool, that's normal. Right. She shows remorse. They both show remorse in their toddler ways. It's just that sometimes remorse does not take as high of a priority as the fact that they wanted to do what they wanted to do. Welcome to human toddlerhood. So, anyway, I made some choices about the assumptions I'm going to make about them and about the actions I'm going to take with them, and the actions I'm going to take for myself, and the words I'm going to say about myself. So I spent a lot of my time on visualization and confessions this morning. I did walk while I did it, so there was some exercise in there. I did have some silence, but I was mostly waking up and relaxing my mind enough to get into the place where I could get into my visualization mode. And I actually had to talk to myself today about being willing and able to visualize, because I've noticed that when I visualize, or when I've tried to visualize in the past, the strong recommendation is you need to get into a really truly emotional place of experiencing the breakthrough that you want, right? And when I am doing well and not in a funk, actually in general, I guess, because even in a funk, this is true, having an imaginary circumstance does not necessarily give me a fully emotional experience. I don't know how else to say that. I can imagine the feelings, but it doesn't necessarily make me feel the feelings. And so I was like, I have to release myself to feel my feelings today and feel the feelings of what I'm imagining happening, because that's what's going to make this effective. So this is a new muscle for me. It's not a new muscle to visualize. It's a new muscle to visualize what I have not seen before. And especially in I don't know a lot of gentle parents. I don't know a lot of people who just respond really well to their kids. Or it's not even that they don't respond really well to their kids. It's just so many people that I know don't really know the answers of what's developmentally normal, and what are some helpful things to do in the midst of a bad moment with your kids. I'm really cold right now, so I'm gonna just lay and try to warm up a little bit till I'm done with this. So anyways, it's just as far as like visualization purposes, it's kind of hard right now. I'm gonna find some YouTubers to watch about this. This is a good idea. This is a new thing. I'm gonna be able to visualize now, even more, even better. Yay. But today, you know, that was kind of the thing I realized, like I need to prioritize visualization because that is the muscle that I need to grow. I need to get it to the point where I can be unconsciously visualizing myself doing something I've never done before, because I am certainly good at unconsciously visualizing things that I have done before and that I can unconsciously or unintentionally believe to be reasonable, right? Like if you're learning to ride a bike without training wheels, you've seen yourself succeed at training wheels before, so you think like, oh, I can probably succeed at no training wheels. But I have not seen myself succeed at being calm when I'm in a rage before. It sucks to say that. In the past, when I've had rage moments, I have had the most success by just walking away. And that's not what I want to do for my kids. Because walking away from them, I feel like communicates that I don't want them. I don't want to be with them, and I don't love them in that moment. And that's not true. It may kind of emotionally feel like that in the moment, but it's not the real truth. It's not the permanent truth. It's just that moment. And so I don't know that process is though when you're a toddler and all you see is your mother just constantly having to walk away from you because you did one more thing. That's not what I want my kids to have as their mental environment and their self-image. So I am choosing to create a new picture, and I had to work on it today. I had to really, really work on it, but I worked on it. I did it, and today's gonna kick ass and be awesome. So I'm really excited, and if you're doing the miracle mornings, jump in the comments section. I'd love to check out if you're making videos like I am, I'd love to check out your progress, and you know, whatever ways you might want to share any of your progress, I'd love to know. I'd love to see what's working for other people. I am in the Facebook group and following the Miracle Mornings of other people a little bit, but I don't have Facebook on my phone because I learned a long time ago that Facebook does not allow me to be a present mother. I only have Messenger, and so I really only check Facebook like probably twice a day on my computer when I have time. The group is great, except for I'm not actually participating much because I am on the computer like 5 to 10 minutes a day for Facebook. Because social media, no, let's be real, okay, let's be real, it's 20 to 30 minutes in the morning and sometimes the same amount of time in the evening. But point being, that really isn't a long time. I mean, when you consider how much people usually use Facebook and how long you usually are like scrolling when you're on your phone, I mean, I could easily have been 10 minutes at a time when I had it on my phone. So now with it on the computer, it's like maybe a max of an hour a day versus probably 3 to 4. And it was legitimately 3 to 4 hours. Like I had limits. I put the limits because you can do that on your iPhone. I know this is a tangent, I'm sorry, I'll be done soon. I had limits set on my iPhone for the social media time that I could spend, and every day I inevitably reached my limit. And I think I made the limit 3 hours. Every single day I hit that limit. I would get a notification, you reached your social media limit for the day. Sometimes I'd ignore it. So getting rid of Facebook has been one of the most helpful things that I have done for my parenting journey up to this point. And also, I actually unfollowed like everybody, the whole news feed. I got like gentle parenting pages that give me, ideas and tricks and tips and memes like that. And I follow a couple of church pages that are positive and encouraging. And I have reshaped my reality for Facebook. So it's kind of cool. It's really good. But anyway, drop me a comment below, subscribe, like this page. We're going to be doing great things on it. You'll see. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day.